Hello students, welcome back to second term of this academic year 2021. And now students, coming back to our syllabus of EVS 1 lesson number 13, that is directions and maps. Now students, what is direction? See, direction means the side you are facing. It is used to determine where things are in relation to other things. Now, what is a map? A map is a picture or chart that shows different, like diagrammatic representation of an area of land, sea, or a plain. See students, we have already learned the main four directions. Now we will see the sub directions from this compass rose. Now students, coming to page number 81, can you tell? See, you can see some pictures and directions are also given. See, in the east there is a lake. Then in the west you can see a tree. Then in the north you can see the clock tower. And in the south you can see the house. But students, see, there are some other pictures also, but you cannot guess them easily. So what we will do, we will draw lines in the middle and see the other directions also. Now students, you look at this picture. See, four main directions are there, and as well there are sub directions also. The sub directions, they lie between every two adjacent main directions, and these sub directions, they always begin either with north or the south. Now you can see the mountains, see, they lie on the north and the west side, so they are on the northwest side. Now the well is between the south and the west, so it is in which direction? It is in the southwest direction. Now you see the street lamp. The street lamp is between the south and the east, so it lies between south east. Now see the fort. It is between the north and the east. So the fort lies between northeast direction. Now students, coming again to page number 81, guess which picture is in which direction and complete the table. Now you see the clock tower. It is in the north direction. Then you see the mountains. They are between sea, north and the west. So northwest direction. The tree is in the west direction. The well is in the southwest direction. Then the house is in the south direction. Then the lake is in the east direction. The fort is between north and east, so it is northeast direction. Then the street lamp is between south and east, so it is southeast direction. Now students, coming to page number 82, now answer the questions given below. See the first one. Which directions could you guess correctly? We could guess correctly which one? East, west, north and the south. Which directions did you find it difficult to guess? Northeast, northwest, southeast and southwest. Third one. Which are the main directions that you learnt last year? East, west, north and south. Now see students, coming to again page number 82. See, can you tell the pictures of the mountains, well, street lamp and fort are not towards the main directions. Find out between which two main directions they are located and write your answer in the table below. Now students, you see the mountain is in the north and the west direction. The well is in the south and the west direction. The street lamp is in the south and east direction, and the fort is in north and east direction. Now again coming to page number 82. See, many things lie between two main directions. To determine the direction in which they lie, so we use sub-directions. Now can you tell? See, study the following circle of directions and sub-directions carefully. Now you see, note the sub-directions that lie between every two adjacent main directions. See, you will find that the name of every sub-direction begins either with north or south. Now look at the objects given at the beginning of the lesson once again. Check your answers and correct them if necessary. Now see students, you draw the diagram showing the directions and sub-direction on a small card. It is known as the compass rose. We will use this compass rose later in the lesson. Now students, coming to page number 83. See, do you know? See, directions are always parallel to the ground. That is why a map must always be aligned. Aligned means in a straight way to the local directions. This makes it easier for us to understand the map and the region. Now students, coming to page number 83, this is the map of Maharashtra state. We are going to use the compass rose made earlier to read the map given above. Now students, coming to page number 83, we are going to place the compass rose on bead. And now see, we will see towards the east it is Parbhani, then towards the west it is Ahmednagar, then towards the north it is Aurangabad, and then towards the south it is Usmanabad. Now coming to the sub-directions, to the northeast it is Jalna. Then to the northwest it is Ahmednagar. Then to the southeast it is Latur. Then towards the southwest it is the Satara. Students, if we place the rose at the center of our state and note the location, Nasik, see, it is in the northwest direction. Now students, coming to page number 84, see, places in our surroundings are often located at some distance from one another. These places are also large in size. Maps are comparatively quite small. Therefore, the distance between these places has to be shown in a very limited space on a map. See students, when we draw pictures of houses, mountains and people, we draw them to fit the size of the paper we are drawing on. It is the same while drawing maps. While drawing a map, the distance between two places on the ground has to be shown in such a way that it fits the paper. The distance on the map is proportionate to the distance on the ground. Try to understand this with the help of the picture given here. Now student, again from page number 84, use your brain power. See, the distance between Rasika and Reshma's house is 10 kilometers. The scale used on the map is 1 centimeter, that is equal to 1 kilometer. On the map, what would be the distance between the two houses? See, 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer, means they have converted the kilometers into centimeters. So the distance between the two houses will be 10 centimeters. And students, we can use a ruler to draw the distance in your notebook. And always remember students, directions and subdirections have been determined by man on the basis of the rising and setting of the sun. Thus, nature can be our guide. Now students, coming to page number 85, what's the solution? Ranjana and Julie are going on a picnic. They want to go from their residence to a garden. They have a map of the area. See, here the map is given, the index is given, then the scale is given and the compass rose is also given in this map. Now help them find out the distance from their residence to the garden. See, in the middle of the road there you see some rectangular color, red color, that is the office. Then you see the circular one is the bus stop. Then the hotel is there. See, then the central market is given. So the index shows these places, but from the residence to the garden, see, it is approximately 45 meters distance is there. Now the second one, help them find out the direction of the garden from their residence. See, using this compass rose, we can say the garden is in the southeast direction with respect to their residence. And now students, will have a quick recap of what we have learned, like identifying the subdirections we have learned, then the compass rose we have learned, the proportionate nature of the map and the relation between distance on a map and on the ground. And for homework students, you have to read, learn and write these words 10 times in your notebook. Like the first word direction, second word map, third word east, fourth word west, fifth word north, sixth word south, seventh word compass rose, eighth word aligned, ninth word distance and the 10th word scale. Thank you. Have a nice day, students. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay protective.